Hola a todos. My name is Alitzel Yepis. I was born and raised in Chicago, specifically in Little Village. For those of you not familiar with the city, La Villita is a predominantly Mexican neighborhood 20 minutes from downtown Chicago. I spent my childhood chasing after eloteros, ordering masa from tortillerias, and waking up to my mother's cumbias blasting on Sunday mornings, letting me know it was time to clean. So imagine the culture shock I experienced moving to WashU, where nothing remotely resembled what I grew up calling home. It all began on move-in day 2017 when I asked where Koenig was and was promptly corrected by an RA. Living in Koenig was a new and interesting experience. I had never shared a room with strangers, was overwhelmed by college classes, and was severely disappointed by the Hispanic, specifically Mexican, cuisine on and near campus. While I did befriend my roommates and I learned to manage my classes, I spent most of my first year missing home. That is, until I joined ALAS. WashU's Latinx population is small and often overlooked, so ALAS quickly became my cultural safe haven. Through ALAS, I met other students who understood what it was like to be Latinx at WashU. I was introduced to Cherokee Street and all its wonders. I switched from Mi Ranch to El Bronco, Chinook's Hispanic aisle to El Torito, and my taste buds were blessed by fritanga. With help from my friends, I was able to explore more of St. Louis and grow in my understanding of Latinidad and what that meant. The first half of my college experiences ranged from conversations regarding the Mexican-centric nature of ALAS to late-night carnival rehearsals and midnight runs to John's Donuts. However, this college experience was suddenly cut short. COVID changed everything. Everyone was sent home, Zoom University was instated, study cubbies were made, and bets were placed as to how soon we would return to normal. It would be easy for me to focus on the many negatives of COVID. However, I think it is imperative that we remember to identify the neutral and good in our lives. For example, some of us have learned how to cook, others have caught up on their favorite shows, and I have finally hiked all the trails in Castlewood. Regardless of our quarantine accomplishments, we all share the biggest one. We are the WashU graduating class of 2021. The world has spent the last year in a constant state of chaos, and yet we have managed to graduate. And that is something we should be incredibly proud of. This year is far from over, and I could not for the life of me tell you what else we should expect. However, I will say thank you. Thank you to our mentors and advisors who have helped us navigate life at WashU. Thank you to our professors, especially those who have taken the extra time of day to learn the correct pronunciation of our names. Thank you to all our parents, especially my own, who have sacrificed so much so that we could succeed. And thank you, my fellow graduating peers, for all the memories we have created. Thank you for showing me that even in the midst of a pandemic, it is still possible to foster community and stand in solidarity with one another. In these trying times, remember to persist, because nosotros sí podemos.